Looking for USB recovery software right now? Stop for a minute and watch this first. I've tested a lot of tools for flash drive recovery, and in this video I picked 5 that actually deserve your attention. I'll show you what makes each one useful and which case it fits best. So let's get into it. Number 1, DiskDrill. I want to start with one of the best USB recovery software I've personally used, DiskDrill. When you open it, it's immediately clear what to do. Your USB appears in the drive list, and you just start the scan. DiskDrill groups results by file type and folder structure. There are filters, search, recovery chances, and unlimited preview to check if your files are intact, which honestly works better than in many other tools I've tested. But the main reason I put DiskDrill first is how well it fits actual flash drive recovery cases. USB drives usually store a messy mix of documents, photos, videos, zip archives, and other files. If you accidentally deleted those files and they haven't been overwritten, DiskDrill can recover them regardless of the format. And even in harder cases, like after formatting the USB drive or when the file system gets corrupted, it can still use signature scanning to recover most common file formats you'd normally keep on a flash drive. DiskDrill works on Windows and macOS and supports common USB drive file systems, including FAT32, exFAT, and NTFS. It also has a few useful extras: disk imaging for unstable USB drives, cleanup, and even browser-based video repair. The main downside is that you can't install it on Linux, though you can still recover files from a Linux-formatted flash drive by connecting it to a Windows or Mac computer. Overall, DiskDrill has proved itself more than once, and for most people, I'd say it's the most balanced option in this list. Number 2, PhotoRec. Next is PhotoRec. This is the free USB recovery software I'd turn to when you really don't want to pay, but simpler tools don't get far enough. It's open source and runs on Windows, Mac, and Linux without recovery limits. For formatted, corrupted, or raw flash drives, PhotoRec can scan by file signatures even when the file system is gone. And in my test, it handled a corrupted USB drive pretty well. But that signature-based approach is also its biggest problem. PhotoRec can't preserve original names or folders, doesn't let you pick a few files neatly, and may miss files with unsupported signatures, especially less common app-specific or camera formats. It saves everything it finds, and then you sort through it manually. The interface is rough too. No preview, no thumbnails, and no clean results screen. On Windows, PhotoRec makes things a bit easier with a GUI version, but on Mac and Linux, you're dealing with terminals. So for a few deleted files, I'd look for something easier. But if free recovery is worth the downsides, PhotoRec is a solid option. Number 3, TestDisk. TestDisk comes in the same package as PhotoRec, but it solves a different problem. If PhotoRec is for pulling files out by signatures, TestDisk is for cases where the USB drive's partition structure is damaged or missing. If your flash drive shows up as raw, won't mount, or looks empty, TestDisk can help find the lost partition or fix partition-level issues. For this specific job, it's genuinely good. In the right case, it can bring back the original layout with folders and file names intact. But the downsides are similar to PhotoRec. Rough interface, manual workflow, no preview. Here it's even less friendly because there's no GUI version on Windows either. It's free and genuinely useful, but only for this specific partition recovery case. Number 4, DiskGenius. Next is DiskGenius, and I put it here for USB drives with bad sectors or read errors. If a flash drive freezes during scans, fails while copying files, or gets stuck in the same place, DiskGenius can check whether bad sectors are part of the problem. It can also repair those sectors, but I wouldn't touch that first if the files matter. For data recovery, use it to diagnose the problem, then make a drive image, recover what you can, and only then think about repair. As USB data recovery software, it's fine, but not very pleasant. There's too much going on in the interface, and preview doesn't always display files properly. Also, DiskGenius works only on Windows, and the free version restores only files under 64 kilobytes, so you can't really test it properly before paying. I'd keep DiskGenius for specific cases where bad sectors or read errors are blocking the process. For a simple deleted folder case, it's probably too much. Number 5, R-Undelete. Last on the list is R-Undelete. This is another free option, but unlike PhotoRec, it makes most sense for simple undelete cases. If you accidentally deleted files from a FAT32 or exFAT flash drive, the home version can recover them for free, and it does a decent job when the file system is readable. The trade-off is that it's much narrower. Based on my tests, it doesn't handle corrupted flash drives and fragmented files well. And if your USB drive is NTFS, the free version only restores files under 1,024 kilobytes, so you'll hit the paid version almost right away. It's also Windows only and doesn't support Mac or Linux file systems. The interface looks a bit old, but easy enough to follow. Preview is available too, though it doesn't always work properly. I'd say R-Undelete is a good free pick for simple FAT32 and exFAT Undelete cases, but for anything more serious, you'll need something stronger. So let's quickly wrap this up. If you want one tool that handles almost any USB recovery scenario, DiskDrill is the one I'd start with first. On a tight budget, PhotoRec can make sense if you don't mind manual cleanup afterward, while R-Undelete is better for basic FAT32 or exFAT Undelete cases. For lost partitions, TestDisk is the better pick, and if bad sectors or read errors are part of the problem, DiskGenius can also be useful. That's it for today. Hope this helped you choose the right USB recovery tool for your case. Leave a like, share your thoughts in the comments, and I'll see you in the next one.